Yeah, I mean, that last launch of Starliner, it creatively disassembled. Was it 3 minutes after launch? We only ever asked questions.
Yeah, less than that. They still have that amount of fuel payload weight factor. Amount of fuel payload weight factor that's causing such a problem.
Unmanned satellites can get there. We see that all the time. And Musk is doing it with his Starlink satellite system.
Yeah, his Starlink pretty much disappeared, didn't it? When he claimed that CME, he lost 80% of them in one CME, right?
God.
I mean, that pretty much tells you what's going on, right?
Space is a dangerous place for humans to be. Dangerous for human-created artifacts to put into space because we don't protect them. Surely they know enough by now to know what CMEs can do, what galactic cosmic rays can do.
And that's being protected by the Van Allen belts when you're in low Earth orbit. If you went beyond the Van Allen belts and those CMEs hit, those vehicles are toast.
Yeah, exactly.
And staying on the topic of BS, anybody can Google Voyager 2. Apparently, it's still sending back signals. And not only that, it took a photograph 3 billion miles away from the Earth and sent the photograph back.
There are now 4 spacecraft which are beyond the orbit of Neptune and Pluto, Pioneers 10 and 11, Voyagers 1 and 2, 4 vehicles of our species plummeting into the interstellar dark. Now, of all those worlds, we have no indication of life. For me, that underscores the rarity and preciousness of the Earth and the life upon it. And you can see it looks like more than a dot, but it is in fact less than a pixel. You can see that it is slightly blue, and this is where we live, on a blue dot. On that blue dot, that's where everyone you know and everyone you ever heard of and every human being who ever lived out their lives. It's a very small stage in a great cosmic arena. Just speaking for myself, I think this perspective underscores our responsibility to preserve and cherish that blue dot, the only home we have.
And what you see in the photograph, anybody can Google it. They have a little point and they say, this is the Earth from 3 billion miles away, and here's the Milky Way. Well, the Milky Way is 100,000 light years across. We're on somewhat the outer arms of the Milky Way, but we're still well within it. In the timeline that Voyager 2 has been traveling to travel 3 billion miles out, I think it's supposed to be traveling at 75,000 miles an hour or something like that now. The fact that it didn't have any power on board to escape the sun's gravity Never mind the Earth's gravity, but it has to escape the sun's gravity to get out of the solar system. It means no and just melting it into real life. And that's like the British Interplanetary Society, imagination to reality. All you have to do is talk about it and it becomes reality. And that's what NASA is really good at. I was going through the original photographs here.
There's no equipment on the rover at all. There's no steering mechanism.
Oh, the seats are there. They fold down. That was that first one that I showed there. The seats are in there before the bottom plates are on. They fold right down.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, got that.
There's the arms coming down that it lowered down on. This is Apollo 15 where it got crushed.
Dave, we're standing by for you to drive away and monitor the amps on battery 2, please.
Okay, will do. Okay, 15 volt DC is going to secondary. Steering, forward bus A, rear to bus D. Drive tower, forward to bus A.
Roger, Dave, and if battery 2's out on us, we'll have no rear steering or no rear drive. Just be advised.
Okay. Out of deep hit. We're moving.
Extraordinary.
These arms are broken. The two are on the ground here. And you can see right here, the cables have snapped here and here from the cable ends. There's the two, they snap from there to there, broken. The record shows that they did a stand-up EVA when they landed. They didn't get out. First thing they did is unload the rover, which they claimed it only took about 20 minutes to get it off the machine and put all the equipment on it. That's what they claim. But the video they put out of for Apollo 15 taking the rover down is 1 hour and 20 minutes. Just get it down. Imagination to reality. All you have to do is talk about it, and it becomes reality. Imagination to reality. All you have to do is talk about it, and it becomes reality. These little discrepancies. I mean, they could have uploaded a video of them unloading it in practice. Reality. And they probably recorded it many times while they were practicing. So the first time I mentioned it and said there's no video, all of a sudden they put up a video. Isn't that nice?